Hello students, welcome to SCube YouTube channel. Myself Mrs. Shalini Sherke. Today is the third lecture of Corporate Finance of SP of Standard 12th. Let us start the students. In the last lecture, I explained you fixed capital requirement and what is the importance of fixed capital requirement. Now in this lecture, I am going to explain you working capital requirement. See, before giving you meaning of working capital requirement, I have to share something with you regarding working capital. After deciding the amount of fixed capital requirement of business firm, it is necessary to decide the amount of working capital that would be needed to ensure smooth working or smooth functioning of the business firm. Now see the meaning of working capital. Working capital is the capital which is used to carry out the day-to-day business activities. See, number of activities are conducted in the business organization. So to perform all these activities, finance is required. Such finance is provided with the help of working capital. This working capital is also refers to the sum of current asset. What do you mean by sum of the current assets? Sum of the current assets means total of all the current assets of the company. Now, this approach has a broader application. Therefore, the sum of current asset is also called as gross working capital. Now, come to the definition of working capital. According to J. Stephen Burke, working capital is the excess of current assets over current liabilities. It means that current liabilities should be less than the current assets of the company. Now, here I have to explain you that working capital is also called as net working capital, circulating capital, and already I told you the sum of current asset is also called as gross working capital. I have shared some examples on this slide. Inventories, and below the inventories I gave you the picture of inventories. Receivables, so that I gave you the picture of receivables, and cash means I have given the portfolio of cash on this slide. Now I have to tell you that working capital keeps on changing. Working capital is invested in short-term assets such as cash, bills receivable, inventory, etc. Working capital can be raised with short-term loans, deposits, and trade credits. Investors invest money in working capital for getting immediate returns. Investment in working capital is less risky. Now we have to see the factors of working capital, that is factors affecting working capital. See, there is no prescribed or precise standard to measure or to well calculate working capital requirement. Still, management has to consider the size of working capital in the light of certain aspects of business firm and economic environment within which the firm operates. Now, the first point, factor affecting working capital. The first point is nature of business. Now, here trading firms or trading organizations needs large amount of working capital because they have to meet customers' needs. They have to extend credit facilities. Extend means what, students? They have to give credit facilities to the customers so that customers can attract towards their product. Therefore, trading companies or trading organization needs large amount of working capital. At the same time, if the business is dealing in luxurious goods or luxurious products, it also requires huge amount of working capital. As the sale of luxurious items are not frequent. Are not frequent means what? The luxurious items cannot be sold continuously because the prices of the such product is very high. So therefore the sale is not possible. Therefore such business organization also requires huge amount of working capital. But the firms engage in manufacturing products or manufacturing industries, they require less working capital as compared to trading organizations. Understood, students? Now come to the second point, size of business. The size of business also affects the requirement of working capital. A firm with large scale organization or large scale operations will require more working capital. Now, at the same time, the volume of the sale also affect the working capital. Now, the volume of sale and the size of working capital directly related with each other. If the volume of sale increases, volume of sale means what? If the sale increases, sale of goods increases in the market, there is an increase in the amount of working capital or vice versa. Now come to the next point, that is production cycle. Here some important explanation I have to give you. Now what do you mean by production cycle? The process of converting raw materials into the finished goods, it is called as production cycle. If the period of production cycle is longer, in that case such firm needs more amount of working capital. On the other side, if the production cycle or manufacturing cycle is short, it requires less working capital. Understood, students? It means that working capital is totally depend upon the production of goods and services. Now come to the fourth point, that is business cycle. Now what do you mean by business cycle? When there is a boom in the economy. What do you mean by boom? Whenever there is a economic condition is good, financially strong, then it is called as boom in the economy. Sale will increase and this will lead to increase in investment in the stock. This requires more working capital. It means that in case of boom period, businessman wants to acquire more stock of goods, and in this case he requires large amount of working capital. On the other side, in recession period, no one has money, no one is ready to buy the product. Automatically it has a adverse effect on the sale. It means sale will decline, sale decreases, and it reduces the need of working capital. Fifth point, credit control. Now what do you mean by credit control? Here I have to give some important explanation. Now credit control includes the factors such as volume of credit sales, the terms of credit sales, and the collection policy. Now if the sale of goods is done on credit basis, and it creates problem of collection of funds, it increases bad debts. Again listen students, if the sale of goods is done on credit basis, now it may create a problem of collection of funds. In accounts, it is called as bad debts. You are not able to get funds from the people, from the customers. In that case, firm will require more working capital. Okay. And the firm making cash sales less working capital. If you are giving credit facilities to the people and if you are not getting money, you have to continue the business. In that case, it requires more working capital. But the firms, I am again repeating you, but the firms making cash sales, on the spot they are getting cash, they require less working capital. It means that you have to consider your credit control. You have to think that how much credit should be given to the customers so that you can conduct their business activities smoothly and successfully. Okay, now come to the sixth point, management ability. The requirement of working capital is reduced if there is a proper coordination between the production and distribution of goods and services. A firm stocking on heavy inventory calls for higher level of working capital because they have to maintain that stock. Whatever stock they have in their shop or in their godown, that stock should be maintained from time to time. They have to maintain the quality of that stock of goods. So they require huge amount of finance. Which type of finance? Working capital. If proper production is done and at the same time goods are sold out in the market, there is no need of working capital. But if your goods are produced and there is no demand in the market, you have to stock that product in your godown. So that stock of goods requires maintenance, and in that case you have a heavy inventory in your godown or in your shop, and that requires more working capital. Understood, student? What do you mean by management ability? Now come to the next point, terms of purchases and sales. If the firm does not get credit facility for purchases and gives credit facilities to others, it requires more working capital. Again listen, students. If the businessman or organization does not get any credit facility at the time of purchasing raw material, but they are giving credit facility to outsiders or others, in that case they require more working capital. On the other side, if the credit terms of the purchases are perfect, accurate and correct, and the terms of credit sales are less liberal, you are giving less or limited credit facility to the outsider, then requirement of cash will be less. Thus, working capital requirement will be reduced. Understood, students? Terms of purchases and sales. Giving proper credit facility and taking credit facility in a proper way, this will be helpful to reduce the working capital. Now, the last point, external factors. Now, if the financial institutions and banks provide funds to the business organization as and when they require, the need of the working capital will reduce. It means that there is no need to issue shares and debentures, or there is no need to take loan from the private sector or private person if the banks are providing finance to them in a proper way. Okay, students, I think all the points are understood from your side, and I have explained all the points from your side. Thank you for listening this topic or this type of PPT. Understood?